Today, we're diving into something that could honestly change the way you look at, well, everything. It's all about the fixed versus the growth mindset.
You ever look at someone and just wonder, how do they do it? How do they face a huge setback and just bounce back, maybe even stronger? While for other people, that same setback is just crushing. What is their secret?
And look, your first thought might be, oh, they're just naturally talented, or they're lucky, or they have a genius-level IQ. But the research, it points to something else entirely, something much more fundamental. And the best part, it's something you can actually control.
It turns out, the real barrier for so many of us is like this hidden setting in our brain, a default program that's running in the background telling us how to react to everything. And figuring out what that program is, that's the key to unlocking a whole new level of potential. So, this idea comes from some really groundbreaking research by Dr. Carol Dweck at Stanford. And what she found is that we all tend to operate from one of two very different mindsets. And you know those high achievers we were just talking about? Well, this is their secret. This is how they turn those tough moments into actual superpowers.
All right, so first up, let's meet the villain of our story today. This is the fixed mindset, and it's a trap, a sneaky one that a lot of us fall into without even realizing it, and it's probably the #1 thing holding you back.
So what is a fixed mindset? Well, at its core, it's this belief that your skills, your intelligence, your talents, they're all carved in stone. You're born with a certain amount, and that's just your lot in life. You've either got it or you don't. End of story. In this belief, it creates this nagging inner voice, right? One that's always judging you. It's the voice that whispers, I'm just not a math person, or I'm either going to be good at this right away or I'm not. It leaves zero room for getting better. When you're stuck in this mindset, every single challenge feels like a threat. You start avoiding effort because what if you try and fail? That would just prove you don't have what it takes. You see someone else succeed and it stings. It feels like a personal loss. And you're terrified of making mistakes. Does any of that sound familiar?
Okay, but here's the good news. There's another way. The world's most successful people, the greatest innovators, they operate from a completely different playbook. It's called the growth mindset.
So the growth mindset is basically the polar opposite. It's the fundamental belief that your abilities are not fixed. It's knowing that you can develop any skill, you can build any trait, as long as you put in the dedication and the effort. It's not about who you are now, it's all about who you have the potential to become. And that inner voice, it sounds completely different. It doesn't say, I can't do this. It says, I haven't learned how to do this yet. Just adding that one little word at the end, it changes the entire game. Let's put them side by side. For a fixed mindset, failure is the end. It's a verdict on your abilities. But for a growth mindset, failure is just information. A fixed mindset thinks, why bother trying? It's pointless. A growth mindset knows that effort is literally the thing that rewires your brain and makes you smarter. Okay, so this all sounds great, right? But how do we actually do it? How do we make that shift? Well, it's not magic. It's actually a science-backed 3-step blueprint that you can start using like today. So here's the game plan. Super simple. 1, change your language. 2, praise the process. And 3, embrace failure. Let's dive into each one. All right, step 1, change your language. Seriously, your brain is listening to every single thing you tell it. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, I'm so bad at this, I want you to stop and reframe it. I haven't learned how to do this yet. That little switch flips a mental toggle from impossible to possible. Okay, step 2, praise the process, not the person. This is huge, especially if you have kids, but honestly, it applies to how you talk to yourself too. Instead of saying, wow, you're so smart after a good result, try saying, wow, the effort you put into studying really paid off. You see the difference? You're teaching the brain to fall in love with the hard work, not just some fixed idea of talent.
And finally, step 3. You have to learn to embrace failure. Seriously, stop treating it like this big, scary monster or a final judgment on your worth. Instead, I want you to start thinking like a scientist. Every failure is just data. That's it. It's information that tells you what not to do next time.
I mean, think about Thomas Edison, right? We all know the story of the light bulb, and the common way to tell it is that he failed 10,000 times.
But see, that's a total fixed mindset way of looking at it.
From a growth mindset, he didn't fail once. He successfully found 10,000 ways that wouldn't work. Every single attempt was just another piece of data, getting him one step closer to the answer. That's how you turn setbacks into fuel for your fire.
So here's my challenge to you, starting right now. It all boils down to one incredibly powerful three-letter word.
Listen, the problem you're facing probably isn't a lack of talent. It's not that you're not smart enough, it's your mindset. You have to start working so hard inside of a fixed mindset box and start working smart with a growth mindset.
So I'll leave you with this question. What is that one thing you're going to try now? That thing you've always told yourself you just weren't good at? What could you accomplish if you truly believed you just haven't learned it yet?